Hello friends, in this video we will learn the cerebrovascular accident, which is also abbreviated as CVA. So what is the CVA? This is nothing but any focal neurological deficit which is occurring because of vascular phenomenon. Okay, so this can be classified into embolic stroke, thrombotic stroke and hemorrhagic stroke. Okay, now we will learn each of these in details. So the definition of embolic stroke is, it is acute occlusion leading to the focal neurological deficit. Okay, the thrombotic is because of chronic occlusion which occurs in due course of time because of maybe atherosclerosis. Okay, and this hemorrhagic is because of the bleeding which is leading to the focal neurological deficit. Okay, the next one is epidemiology. So this embolic has a bimodal peak, that it occurs in young as well as old age population. Then this thrombotic occurs in above 65 years and especially males, more common than females. Okay, and this hemorrhagic, it occurs in age of around 40 to 60 years and it is also common in males than females. Now the next is etiology, that is the cause of these conditions. So the embolic stroke, the main cause in young age population is structural heart diseases, and in old age these are arrhythmias, and the most common arrhythmia is atrial fibrillation, because in atrial fibrillation there is stasis of the blood and this stasis leads to the formation of the clots which can get into the cerebral circulation and leading to stroke. Then the next is thrombotic stroke. The etiology is hypercoagulable states and the cause for this is obesity, diabetes mellitus, hypertension and smoking, which in due course of time leads to the atherosclerosis in the vessels leading to stroke. Then the next is hemorrhagic stroke. The most common cause for this is hypertension and trauma, and the most common is Berry aneurysm. Okay, now the onset. In onset, this embolic stroke has the hyperacute onset, like within seconds, and it presents as a maximum neuro deficit at the time of onset only. Then this thrombotic, it is subacute, that is stroke in involution. Like for example, the patient awakes in the morning and as the hours pass, like 4 to 6 hours, the complications or the symptoms of the stroke increase. Okay, and then in this hemorrhagic, it is presented as an acute headache along with focal neurological deficits. Now the time of onset. In embolic, this occurs around 8 to 10 am, and then this thrombotic occurs at 2 to 4 am, and then it proceeds gradually and progresses to the next 4 to 6 hours. And this hemorrhagic stroke is around in the afternoon, where the emotional activities are at higher level, that is leading to the hemorrhage. Then complications, convulsions. So the convulsion is the highest risk in embolic stroke. Then it is least common in thrombotic, and there is also high risk of convulsion in hemorrhagic because of the increased intracerebral tension, intracranial tension because of the blood. Now recovery. In embolic there is rapid recovery and the recovery is almost complete. In thrombotic the recovery is delayed and always there is residual some deformity remains back, that is the recovery is incomplete. Okay, and the recovery is also delayed, it takes some time. Then in hemorrhagic there is no recovery at all. Now diagnosis. In embolic, if the patient comes to the hospital within 6 hours, the investigation of choice is CT scan, and if the patient comes after 6 hours, then it is MRI. In thrombotic, if the patient comes within 6 hours, the same. Like for embolic and thrombotic, if the patient comes in the hospital before 6 hours, then CT scan is the investigation of choice. After 6 hours, MRI is the investigation of choice. Okay. Then in hemorrhagic, the gold standard always remains CT scan because it shows the hematoma. Then treatment part. In embolic, it is an acute self-limiting condition, so only we have to maintain the patient on anticoagulants, and it has an excellent prognosis. Now in thrombotic, if the patient comes before 4 to 4.5 hours, then you have to thrombolize by using antithrombolytic agents, and if it comes after 4.5 hours, then secondary prevention by antiplatelets, statins, and treat the risk factors like control the diabetes, control the obesity and all. And in hemorrhagic stroke, we have to use anti-edema measures like mannitol, which reduces edema, and treat the underlying cause, that most commonly is hypertension. And this hemorrhagic stroke has the least prognosis, like poor prognosis. Now classification based on the areas affected. So the brain circulation is mostly like anterior circulation and posterior circulation. This anterior circulation involves internal carotid artery, internal cerebral artery, middle cerebral artery and anterior cerebral artery. Okay. And this posterior circulation includes vertebral artery, basilar artery and posterior cerebral. Now we will discuss something about the circle of Willis. So it is formed by the 5 arteries. So here is the anterior communicating artery, then anterior cerebral artery here, then internal carotid artery, and then posterior communicating artery and posterior cerebral artery. So these are the 5 arteries which supplies, which forms the circle of Willis. Okay. And here is this basilar artery, which is formed by 2 vertebral arteries. Okay. And then it divides into 2 posterior cerebral arteries. So this anterior communicating artery is the communication between 2 anterior cerebral arteries. Posterior communicating artery is the connection between internal carotid artery and posterior cerebral artery. Now we will discuss the artery affected, the area it supplies and the clinical features arise when this artery is affected. So the first is anterior cerebral artery. So this anterior cerebral artery, when it is unilaterally affected, it is asymptomatic because there is collateral circulation which supplies the other part and hence no symptoms occur. But when there is bilateral affectation of this artery, then it is anterior cerebral artery syndrome, which affects frontal cortex, paracentral lobule, micturition center and emotional fibers. And this lead to clinical features like paraplegia, loss of cortical sensations in bilateral lower limb, then frontal bladder, that is there is loss of control in the public, that is called as social bladder, or it is cortical bladder, that is there is a lack of control in the bladder. This is cortical bladder or frontal bladder. Then emotional liability because of the affectation of these emotional fibers. Then middle cerebral artery, the branches are deep perforating branches and lenticulostriate branches, supplies internal capsule, part of the frontal cortex, then inferior part of the frontal cortex, that is Broca's area, parietal lobe, temporal lobe and occipital lobe. So this internal capsule affectation causes contralateral dense hemiplegia, then part of the frontal cortex, that is Broca's area, so leading to motor aphasia, parietal lobe, that is Justman syndrome, that is acalculia, right and left confusion and finger agnosia, then temporal lobe and occipital lobe causing dementia. Then the third part affecting is internal carotid artery, and the ophthalmic artery is the branch of internal carotid artery leading to same side, that is ipsilateral amarox fugax. It is nothing but temporary vision loss. Now we will shortly discuss the blood supply of the internal capsule here only. So the internal capsule is made up from the anterior limb, the genu and the posterior limb, and each part is divided into 2 parts, like upper part and lower part. So the upper part of the anterior limb, genu and posterior limb is supplied by lenticulostriate branches of middle cerebral artery. Then lower part of the anterior limb is supplied by recurrent branch of the anterior cerebral artery, that is Hubner, that is artery of Hubner. Then genu, the lower part of the genu is supplied by Hubner artery and direct branches of middle cerebral artery. And the lower part of the posterior limb is supplied by anterior choroidal artery, which is branch of internal carotid artery. This is a very important blood supply of the internal capsule from the exam point of view also. So this is all about the stroke, that is cerebrovascular accident. Thank you.